So Redmi 10X 5G is coming really soon, as its official release date has been teased on Weibo and some other specs has also been leaked ahead of its launch event. So Redmi is launching Redmi 10X in competition with another brand. Yes, Redmi 10X is coming to compete with Honor X10. That is actually a phone from Honor, and that has almost the same specs, but there is a lot of difference between the SoCs of both devices. Now Redmi 10X is coming with MediaTek's brand new processor, MediaTek Dimensity 820 SoC. This processor was released recently and this is much powerful than Snapdragon 765G. As you can see on the screen that single core scores of MediaTek Dimensity is 7% higher than Snapdragon 765G and multi-core scores are 37% higher than Snapdragon 765G. This note ends up here. We also do have Antutu Scores of Dimensity 820 SoC. This picture was also shared on Weibo, and in this image you can clearly see the Antutu Scores of Redmi 10X, which is 4,15,277. And on the other hand, phones with Snapdragon 765G, for example Redmi K35G, ends up scoring 3,29,704 points. And as you can see guys, that there is a lot of difference between the Antutu Scores of Snapdragon 765G and MediaTek Dimensity 820 SoC. So Dimensity 820 is actually going to perform really better than Snapdragon 765G. And in this image you can clearly see that Redmi 10X is gonna rock performance with 8GB RAM and 256GB internal storage will also be there. And this phone will be having Android 10 operating system out of the box. Other than that, Ishan Agarwal on Twitter posted that Redmi 10X series will have 3 smartphones: Redmi 10X 5G, Redmi 10X 4G, Redmi 10 Pro 5G. So there will be total of 3 variants of this phone. This is also clear from official poster that there will be an 5G variant too, so that's really cool thing that in mid-range segment we're getting the 5G, same like of Redmi K35G. Now let's move towards the cameras. Then you can see in the image Redmi 10X is equipping that same camera module which was also on the Redmi Note 9 series. Each and everything is same. From rear side we have that same quad camera setup and the main lens is of 48 megapixel. You can see that this is mentioned on the camera module too. And then a 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 2 megapixel macro lens. Now let me tell you that except 48 megapixel, none of the sensor resolution is actually confirmed. We can expect these sensors like 8 megapixel, 2 megapixel depth sensor and 2 megapixel macro lens. Phone is having 13 megapixel selfie sensor. Unfortunately we don't have any front side image of phone, so I cannot verify whether there will be a punch hole or any other kind of camera design. But one thing is clear, that is you can see we don't have any fingerprint scanner at the rear side of phone. It's totally plain from rear side. It clearly means that there will be in-display fingerprint reader. That takes us to another mystery, that if Redmi 10X series is implementing in-display fingerprint scanner, then there is surely an AMOLED display, because in-display fingerprint scanner cannot exist without the presence of AMOLED displays, which is actually a great thing. But wait, don't get too much excited. Have a look at the power button. This is colored red. Now there are chances that fingerprint scanner could be on this button as well, as we have already seen this thing on many phones equipping fingerprint scanners on power buttons, so that could also be the case. One more thing that is in front of you. Yes, I am talking about colors. There will be 4 different color options available. So this MediaTek Dimensity 820 SoC in Redmi 10X series can shake the whole mid-range segment. I mean, this Redmi 10X 5G could be the best mid-range device of 2020, as it is having such a great performing chipset. That's all for now. Make sure to subscribe to channel for future tech talks and tech news, and I'll see you in the next one.